Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, or welcome for the first time. Today we're going to be using the Toyota, the 2019 Toyota 4Runner Limited, as a little bit of a work vehicle actually. I just posted a video about the situation with the undercoating issue where they drilled the holes. I'll show you guys that again in case you haven't seen the video. So where they drilled the holes, they didn't clean up all the shavings. So all the shavings are laying in these plastic pieces on every door, and they're starting to rust. And also they missed this hole on the driver's side. Contacted my dealer and he said, you know, do what you got to do, proceed how you want to proceed. And I said I want to take it to a local body shop and get them to take care of it and take the plastic piece off, because a good chance shavings got underneath there. I don't want to have any issues with a brand new vehicle. He said absolutely no problem. So right on for him. Thank you very much for that. I'll go get that taken care of. So the wife has the F250, the 2017 F250 Lariat Ultimate, and I just dropped off my 2019 XLT Premium out to my uncle's shop to get the plow and the plow gear and everything all put on it. So the only vehicles I have is this one and the 550. And I don't really feel like filling out my logbook today just to do a couple small things. So we're gonna take the 4Runner and we're gonna use it. But I'm also doing that because I'm gonna stop at the local shop and get them to, you know, take a look at it and see how long it's gonna take and, you know, all that sort of stuff. So we got the 4Runner today. So yeah, 2019 4Runner Limited Magnetic Gray. It's got the winter rims on it right now. Obviously, this vehicle has about 2,000 kilometers on it right now. Absolutely love it so far. It's been awesome. The more I drive it, the more I like it. The more the wife drives it, the more the wife likes it. Obviously, leather interior, heated seats, dual climate control, navigation, you know, all that sort of stuff, all the fancy things. It's got these running boards on that I don't like. These will probably be coming off. I find them kind of useless anyway. Getting into the vehicle, like how much step you have there? You have like nothing. You got to turn your foot sideways to get in, and I don't need that anyway. You know, maybe my wife does, I don't know. We're contemplating taking them off. I don't like them. I like the power deploying ones, but they're over $2,000, so those aren't going to happen anytime soon. You know, the back seat's obviously nice. Got the center cup holder here. All these little things. You can take those out, which is nice. Easy to clean. But you know, the big thing, obviously, if you're using this for work or you're using it for dogs and stuff like I am, is right back here. So yeah, awesome. So much space back here. I bought this $10 blanket from Walmart the day I picked the vehicle up because I had Wendell with me. We're gonna get a canvas back situation going on back here, but you know, I got my tool bag, I got some fire extinguishers, I got some extra batteries and everything that I need for work, and there's still loads of room. So if you want to use this vehicle for a work vehicle, you absolutely can. There's no issues with that at all. The thing will do the job. But anyway, we're going to get on the road and go get this stuff done, and I'll just take you along with me and give you my, you know, impressions of driving around town. You know, impressions if you're going to use this for work, you're going to use it for leisure, you're going to use it for a family vehicle. You know, we're just going to drive this thing and enjoy it, because I am loving it so far, guys. So let's jump in and get this show on the road. All right, we're in the vehicle. We're in the 4Runner, driving around in town, and I can tell you, you know, obviously driving my trucks, the 250 and 350 that I was in this morning, and then sitting in this thing, it certainly does feel smaller, definitely more mobile. But if you're used to driving a car or an SUV, then you know these feel pretty big. Like, you hear people that do reviews on these vehicles and they say, you know, it's a big heavy vehicle. Well, to me it feels small because I'm just so used to full-size trucks. But you know, just driving around town and on the highway here, I'll get some footage on the way back, but it didn't shift out of overdrive once. so it stayed in overdrive the whole time. It didn't have to shift down at all. I passed a couple vehicles and there was, you know, there's definitely enough power. Don't expect to buy one of these things and have an abundance of power, slam you back in your seat type power, because it doesn't have that. It has enough. It gets the job done for sure, but it's not, you know, it's not a turbocharged vehicle. It's going to slam you back in your seat. And you know, fuel mileage too. You don't buy one of these expecting to get incredibly good fuel mileage. They don't get terrible fuel mileage. Everyone knocks these and knocks the Tundras for getting bad mileage, but it's really not. It's not that bad at all. You know, I'm right around 18 to 20 mpg so far with this vehicle, mixed driving. So that's not bad. I can definitely deal with that and have the capability that this vehicle has. Visual wise, this is probably one of the best vehicles I've ever been in for, you know, blind spots and just an overall visual of my surroundings without even having to look. I have a good, you know, side visual of just using my mirrors, and then looking around the vehicle, there's not many blind spots in this thing at all. They've done a really good job of designing these vehicles, and they've been like this for a long time. Like, these body styles have not really changed for quite a while, and there's not blind spots hardly in this thing whatsoever. Handling, you know, this thing being the Limited has sort of the advanced suspension. I forget what it's called. Something kinetic something suspension. I can't remember right now, but it's very smooth. I know they said it's pretty effortless. But I've reached my first stop, so I'm going to head in here for a second and come out, and we'll continue on our drive here, and we'll just sort of talk a bit more about the vehicle and how it drives. Alright, so we're sort of on like a busy highway here. We're on the Dartmouth side of Halifax now, on what they call the circumferential highway, and there's lots of traffic. So, you know, and there's lanes coming in and coming out, so there's 3 lanes on each side, 4 lanes starts up here. So there's lots of weaving in and out, you know, accelerating to pass people, let people in, stopping, and the truck does great. Yes, I call it a truck. The truck does really good. I really enjoy driving this. You know, I bought it for my wife, obviously, but I like it. I could definitely use this for a work vehicle. You know, if I was only doing small stuff, like going to sites and just doing some lock changes and just some small item things, I could definitely use this for a work vehicle, especially with all the area and storage that's in the back that, you know, I showed you earlier. It's practical. Like, I see why there are quite a few people who buy these and they use them as work vehicles. You know, like if you were a surveyor or if you were in sales, you had samples and stuff. You know, all kinds of things. Even if you were an electrician, there's so much room in the back. You could definitely use it as a work vehicle, and you can put a ton of miles on these things and really have to do nothing to them. That is one absolute awesome thing about these vehicles. Yes, it is an older powertrain. You know, it's a 4-liter V6 5-speed transmission. So it's an older powertrain, absolutely. But you have nothing to worry about with the powertrain whatsoever. You don't hear of anybody replacing front end parts on these. You don't hear of anybody really replacing anything on these vehicles. They are pretty much bulletproof, and that is awesome peace of mind. It's great for, you know, those guys that are doing lots of driving, like a sales guy, you know, going all over the place and you know, with samples and whatnot. If you buy one of these, you'll be happy. Absolutely be happy. I should have titled this video today, putting the 4RUNNER to work. This is perfect for what I'm doing today. It's just got small little repairs and stuff to do, you know, like emergency lights and things like that. And this is perfect. Just pop the hatch, bang, done deal, over with. I'm loving it. You gotta do a little off-roading to get in here. Yeah, I better do a little off-roading to get in here. I'll have to maybe not show my wife this one. No, this is minor. The old 4Runner can handle much more than this, that's for sure. People are probably like, what is he doing back there with that thing? I'll tell you one thing, there is one nice thing about driving this compared to the Super Duty trucks, is the Tim Hortons drive-thrus. Some of them are super tight. Like this one is very, very narrow. I don't know if you can see, but it's very narrow, and some of them, it's very hard to get their vehicle around the turns. I don't know, they obviously bought just enough land to put a drive-thru in. But in this thing, it just goes around for the fun of it. So that's definitely one perk. Alright, fellas, ladies, gents. So here we are cruising on the highway. And it's very windy out, but the vehicle's not getting blown around too bad. It does catch a bit of wind, that's for sure. It is a high, you know, high vehicle, sort of a squared off vehicle, but it's heavy, so it's not getting blown around too bad at all. It drives so nice, like so nice on the highway. You don't, it's super quiet. You don't hear like hardly any road noise at all. It's very smooth, very effortless drive. You know, you can just sit back, enjoy the drive, listen to the radio. It's definitely a pleasure to drive on the highway, absolutely. It's a very comfortable vehicle. I'm extremely comfortable in this vehicle. You know, no matter where you want to put your elbow, here or here, it's comfortable. There's soft touch materials where you need them, in my mind, and in other places you don't need them, then you know there isn't. But just cruising on the highway, it's nice. There's definitely enough power for sure. You know, haven't Komodo overdrive yet. On a steep hill, you know you would, like any other vehicle, other than a diesel vehicle that has, you know, a tractor trailer load amount of torque. But for a gas vehicle, they're gonna shift down in certain spots. It's just a gas vehicle, that's the way it is. Hill coming up here, pretty good incline. We'll see if it needs to shift down. So far, so good. Yep, no problems at all there. So I'm gonna slow down. I got nobody around me. You know, potentially you're on the highway, you're behind somebody slow, doing 80, 90 kilometers an hour, and you need to get by them in a hurry. That's 120. So that's not bad. It gets up and goes pretty good. You know, it definitely makes some noise. It kicked down a few gears, but it gets up and goes. That's what you want. That certainly won't help the overall fuel mileage number. Alright, fellas. We are back. We're just getting home. So there's the backup screen. Could it be bigger? Yeah, sure. Does it do the job? Yep, absolutely. The Toyota 4Runner is for people that enjoy driving. This vehicle is not going to drive for you. So if you enjoy driving, then, you know, consider one of these. But anyway, fellas, that's it. That's sort of the drive review of the 4Runner. kind of puts you in the driver's seat, gives you an idea of what you should expect or what you will get out of a Toyota 4Runner. And it's good for work. Like, it's a good little work rig depending on what you do for work. But anyway, fellas, as always, please like and subscribe if you like the videos. Obviously, lots more content to come. There's still something I haven't showed you guys yet. But anyway, as always, thanks for watching. Stay safe, work hard, and get her done. Later, guys.